wheel. He loving it, Dozer. You love it, Dozer. Get in, Dozer.
We're going for a ride?
Get in.
There he goes.
That's your partner for the day.
Yeah. You gonna ride with me? Good morning, everybody. It's day 2. Back out here on this house pad with Sam from TriStar Digging. And apparently we are not quite done with scraping off this house pad yet. Sorry, it sounds like I'm losing my voice here this morning. But we're getting there. And I think we're gonna have it all done by the end of the day today. And so we've still got a little bit more to come down, and then I guess once we get close to grade, Sam's gonna show me. So I guess this thing's got some advanced stuff on it. Sam, what's this thing got on it?
This Dozer has basic grade control, where essentially the Dozer is not 3D GPS. It doesn't know where it's at in the world, but if you build yourself a flat spot on grade where you are, then you back the Dozer in that spot and you set the main file and side slope that you want. Main file being your down if you're grading down, or up, and then your side slope is left to right. So you set that up, and then you basically just hit the automatics, and the Dozer's computer will drive the blade down to that side slope and main file, and it'll cut that pad where you need to be. Now the trick is the Dozer's a little bit out of calibration, so we'll have to kind of mess around with it. I think it's usually been working pretty good to cut a level pad at like a 4% main file slope. So that's something we'll tinker around with and try to get that set up. But the main thing is just diving familiar with the way the system works, and then when we get closer to grade, all he's got to do is hit that button, and that button will, the Dozer will then cut the grade for him what it needs to be.
There you go. That's simple. God, I love technology. Technology is great, at least when it works. It didn't work for me this morning when I broke the charging cord on my computer. So we'll see if we can get that fixed. Hopefully it still works, or hopefully the charging port still works. If it doesn't, well, we may have a problem. So might be a few days before you see some content from me till I can get a new charging port. But or maybe I'll just buy a whole new laptop. I don't know yet. I need some write-off this year. So all right, well, I guess we're gonna get back to pushing. I guess we can't burn today either, unfortunately.
No burn permit today.
Yeah, we can't burn this big brush pile, unfortunately. I was like, man, it's not windy today, and then you step out from these trees out into that field, and I was like, oh wait, there's the wind. we're in this big tree line right here, kind of hidden from the wind. So but all right, I guess you coming with?
Diesel's riding with you.
Diesel's riding with, so he's riding shotgun. Let's get to work. All right, so after about an hour or so of, we had to widen this out a little more, about 10 feet. And after about an hour or so of pushing, we're close. Not quite the grade, we're still a little high back that way, but we're getting close. At least it's somewhat flat. I don't have a bunch of divots in it, and I've got it nice and looking pretty good as far as it being smooth. So I think so Sam's gonna probably hop in the dozer, get this down to finished grade, and I don't think it's too far, at least in this section. I know we're high back over on there, but I really wasn't able to get into that over there too much, because yesterday when we were trying to get this hogged out, he was over there moving the burn pile back a little bit, and I didn't want to get the two machines too close together, so I really didn't push too much over there, that much at all. So this was kind of the side I was really concentrating on. So it's close. We're maybe about 4 inches high right in there, but this is maybe just a couple inches off or so. I just checked some stuff with the grade, so it's not horrible. I'm pretty happy with it for my, you know, being in a dozer less than 8 hours. You know, I got about 4 hours in yesterday, and I've about an hour or so today, so I can't complain. So Sam is setting the 308 up. He's gonna put the laser receiver on the 308, and I'm probably gonna go over to that high side over there and start hogging that, because it's close to our area where we're gonna push that off. So I'm gonna start maybe just kind of using the 308 to dig down the grade and hog that back that way and get it close over there, and then he can just take the dozer and just push it off. He won't, that's not a far push, and it's a lot easier to push that stuff off when it's not into there. I mean, this is some hard packed clay, and we're down a good bit, and we're still, you know, into these roots in here that the dozer is having to fight through. So, but yeah, we're getting it. We'll be there soon. All right, so Sam's got the dozer going. I'm in the 308, just kind of scratching this pad back, going back this way. He's got the laser set up for me with the receiver on the machine, so I'm just scratching this back, and then once I get enough of this material built up, I'm just going to windrow it off that way, and he can easily push that loose material off to the edge over there. So let's get this scratched out. So for this, I don't have to be perfect, because he's gonna have to come back across here with the dozer and probably make a finish pass just to smooth it off. But what we're trying to do is this top material is just so thick and hard with roots, and it's just tough for the dozer to break into this first kind of 6 inches of the ground. But once we get it down to this nice clay down here, and he can only maybe needs to shave off you know, an inch give or take with the dozer on a finish pass, it's just gonna make it a lot easier. So with this thing, with the teeth being able to rip into the ground like it is and break this material up and get it at least close to finished grade, that's gonna help him out a lot, you know, save a lot of wear and tear on the dozer, having to try to scrape all this off, because we're 10 inches high right here. So that'd be a lot of pushing with the dozer. I could just come along, break this up, scrape it, get it close to grade, and then we're looking pretty good. Like I'm digging a hole, but what's actually happening here is as I'm going back, the grade is coming up, so I'm having to dig down deeper. So we're right about on grade right there. Might be a little low right there. It is for him to just push that loose material off. He cleared that whole pile that I had here in like one push. You know, him having to break up all this ground, you know, without rippers, especially this top dirt with all these roots and stuff in it, it's just kind of tough. Okay, Sam's over here getting in some finished passes, getting this cleaned up and looking good. I've got this whole area right here scratched out. It's not perfectly down to grade, especially on this side, because as I was turning the arm, so the arm's like this. As I turned to dig over here and scrape this, the receiver is on this side of the arm and it couldn't read the laser, so I didn't want to over dig it, so I just kind of scratched it close enough, and Sam can just peel that. It's probably an inch or two, you know, a little high there, but I left it a little high so he could just finish it off with the dozer, get it where he wanted, get it where he wants it. So, but at least all this hard pack, you know, all that roots and stuff is all broke up for him, and he should be able to just, the dozer should go that fairly quickly. And you know, as I was windrowing that stuff up, he was going, I mean, he could take a whole pile of it and push it in one push and just get it out of the way. So that worked out pretty well. Getting it in. Alright, so Sam's got me in the machine here. He wants to show me how to do the final grade here with the machine. So this thing has like a half auto and a full auto. We're in the half auto. It says auto, but this is like half auto. So what we're doing, we're going to be in 2% downslope because it's slightly out of calibration on the downslope. So if it was in calibrate, it was completely calibrated, this would be, you would want this at 0, but it needs to be at about 2%. And then our side slope, which is the tilt of the blade, either left or right, as long as we're within about 1%, so I'm at about 0.8%, we're gonna be okay for this rough grade. So, I'm gonna put this thing in, so I've got it where I want it basically right now. I'm gonna hit the auto button, turn it on, and we're gonna drop forward and see if we can't make final grade, rough final grade. All right, here we go. We are Sam just checked our elevations and we're looking good. We got beeps. That's what we want. Beeps are good.
pushes, hog that out, and then come back down to your final grade. So that's an option too. And I meant to tell you, if you're pushing down through there and you feel like the dozer is trying to pull you into the bank, just take less of a bite.
Okay. All right, everybody, I think we are pretty much done with this. Sam got this thing looking good. And
Devin got it looking good. He got it looking good.
I did that one part, and I totally forgot that so the camera was over there, and I was kind of time lapsing Sam do this last edge here after I scratched it out, and I totally forgot to go over there and turn it off. And it got most of me figuring out the auto thing, or you showing me the auto thing along here. So I will get to time lapse that, so that'll be kind of cool. I was thinking about that when I was like, I got in the Dozer, but I was like, it didn't look like that much material. I was like, that'll take 10 minutes, and it took like an hour. But so that turned out good. And then Sam was showing me the auto thing and that thing, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is too easy now. And I was like, you've been holding out on me on this, like, it's so easy.
He said, why didn't you show me that before?
Yeah, I'd have been looked real good.
I said I wanted you to learn the hard way first.
Yeah. And that I did learn the hard way, that's for sure. But that was a good learning experience for sure. Yeah, this looks good now. So there's gonna be a barn dominium here. That'll be cool. I mean, you guys can't see it, but I mean, beautiful view however they set this. I mean, you're going to want to look out towards those mountains right there, I think. But that's a beautiful view. The GoPro doesn't even do it justice. This is a gorgeous property. But yeah, we weren't able to burn today. It's too windy. They said it was still going to be too windy. It didn't feel that windy up here, but they said it was too windy. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll get lucky tomorrow. Sam, what are we doing tomorrow? We got a little project tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a neighbor that showed up yesterday, I guess it was, and he wanted us to come over and cut a ditch. I think we got a ditch about 170 foot long and 2 feet deep for an irrigation system, I think he said, for a pipe. So we'll do that in the morning, then I'll bring the packer back in the morning as well, and we'll blade this off and get the final cut on it, and then you'll see Davin packing this pad down with a pad foot roller.
Sounds like a good time. So I enjoyed running the 308 today. That's when we were hogging that out, like I could do that all day, every day, and my life would be that. I'd be happy with doing that.
Especially
like
with that laser receiver.
Yeah, that was cool.
Kind of cheating, right?
A little bit, but it does help. That was a big help, you know. But yeah, I love, and because I just don't get to do it much, you know, dig dirt with an excavator, and that's kind of like what I grew up when I was little. You know, my dad put me on the back of a backhoe, his little backhoe, and I dug things. And then, you know, we got into doing more mulching work, and now I mow things. So when I get to actually just start digging stuff and hogging out dirt like that, that's just, I love it, because I just don't get to do it very much. And, you know, I love to dig dirt. And then to see, you know, like two machines working together like that on a job, that's just fun.
Yeah, I don't get to see that. That's the first time that's the first time I've seen that since I've had this equipment, having two pieces of that machinery running at the same time.
Yeah.
I've got the solution to your digging situation.
Well,
you need to move to Tennessee, where we've got some dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, we have no clay where I'm at. We beach sand. We play in sandboxes. So, all right, everybody, we will be back tomorrow to get some more stuff done, and I will check you guys then. Bye, everybody.